Okay, so in this video, I will be doing a brief overview of how to set up your graphics for specifically a spring lacrosse broadcast. So here in Production Truck, I have wiped out everything clean. Again, we have other tutorial videos on the general setup, how to physically set up the equipment, how to test and get your actual broadcast running. So once you've got everything kind of set in your test broadcast mode and you want to get things set up for a lacrosse game, you are going to want to first, as usual, click this plus button for the graphics here on the left-hand side of your screen. We've covered this in some previous videos, but you have multiple tabs up here. So you have open and download. So if you're working on a brand new computer, let's say, there will be nothing in this open tab because you haven't opened anything previously. If you're looking for something new, you can download it here. So Lacrosse, it's a little more bare bones. There aren't as many graphics available in Production Truck. The things you're going to be looking for are going to be the image overlay graphic, which we use for every broadcast. There'll be one specifically labeled for the sport, lacrosse, and you should use the one in the physical location where you are. So let's say you're doing even if it's a dual stream, if you're doing a Shakopee Eden Prairie lacrosse game and it's in Shakopee, we'll have this one programmed up with all the graphics you need. So you, like I just did there, you click on it, you hit open. You can open up multiple versions like I did here. So that's first thing is you want your image overlay queue. Again, per usual, you click and drag this tab to this field over here. The image overlay queue, you have to pick which graphic you want from over here. So you can kind of cycle through different ones for the varying live reads. And then you hit overlay to actually put what's going out in your broadcast up here. Clear it to clear it. That's kind of how that works. So that's the first one you need is the image overlay queue for the game that you're doing. You can also, with these filters, you can sort by sport. So you can look for lacrosse specific ones. And here's the other two pieces we need right here. Again, if they're not in this open tab, click over to download and you find them there. Download them first, and then it will show up in the open. So for example, I'll show you that we can download this player stats graphic. Now it's here, and we can upload it if we want. So there's a few other lacrosse graphics in here. The main two ones you're going to need, the corner scoreboard and the control panel to update the scoreboard. Open both of those. You got them here. This corner scoreboard is what is actually putting the scorebug on the broadcast. We recommend you put it on the lower left. So really you can move where it is on the screen over here with these controls. If we have a sponsor, you can type in kind of what you want to add to the top of the scoreboard here. We can add a logo to the scoreboard in the settings, which we might be doing from time to time. Here's a custom logo that we can throw on here, sponsor color and logo. I'll put in something kind of generic here. I got this kind of white softball logo, so we can add that to a scorebug in here. Most of what you're going to be doing, controlling the actual scoreboard, like the score itself, is via the control panel. For this control panel, to add the teams, it's like hockey. If you've watched the hockey tutorial video, you will need to add two teams, and it's called a team control panel. Need to make sure we're not looking for the lacrosse overlay. So team control panel, we're going to open up two of these so we can set our two teams here. So right now it's just kind of generic home and away. If we want to actually change these to be two teams, we go to the team control panels. You can actually double click on these and relabel them. So I think my example earlier, I was doing a Shakopee and Eden Prairie game. We'll make this one the Sabres. So you go in here. You really just need to update the team name and then their abbreviation. So we'll put Shaco. We can change the color of the scorebug down there. We can add a logo as well to the teams. we'll do that here for the sake of this example. We'll put Shakopee's logo in there, hit save. You can also cycle between whether you want to be the home team or the away team. We'll make the Sabres the home. We hit apply. Boom, there they are down there. Same thing for Eden Prairie. We'll put in their name. We'll put in, their mascot appears in a few places. We'll put EP. We'll keep the Eagles. We'll make them kind of a generic gray for the road team. And you could also add a logo. We'll hit apply. So when I hit apply, I had the home team selected. So I switch it to away, and I hit apply, and now they're on the away. I'll go back to Shakopee, and whichever one you most recently hit apply to, it updates. So now I have a home team and an away team. I can update the score here from this control panel. I can change the period. If we have a scoreboard device, it'll do all that for you. And you can also show the clock if we have a scoreboard device and you're automatically pulling this. It's all controlled from here. That's pretty much the basics of what you're doing for a lacrosse broadcast. So again, you've got your actual corner. It's called the corner scoreboard for lacrosse. And this corner scoreboard is what you're actually dragging over here, not the control panel. If you drag the control panel over here, it does nothing. You're using the control panel to control this corner scoreboard as shown. And then you can also use, kind of overlay it on top so you can have two things at once, or you can dole them out separately here into two different tabs and kind of switch between them on your broadcast like that. So that's the basics for running the graphics for a lacrosse game.